Yo, what up, guys? So the Tampa Bay Rays have signed yet another key cog of their team to an extension. They've been dishing out a lot of money. First, obviously, Wander Franco last year, and then Jeffrey Springs, um Zach Eflin, obviously who they signed. Jeffrey Springs is a 3-year extension, and now it's Yandy Diaz, also a 3-year extension. I think worth around 40 million. That guy's a nice player, man. He won't blow you away with his stats, just like a lot of players on Tampa Bay won't blow you away with any of their production, but they play the game the right way. They know how to win. And yeah, Yandy Diaz, solid player. That's into a nice team-friendly extension, which they always seem to get. It's amazing to me how this team with like a quarter of the Yankee payroll still somehow seems to be effective every year and competitive with really no fan base. If you look, Tropicana Field averages what 5 to 7,000 people in attendance when they have home games. A good team like that every year doesn't deserve that low of an attendance, which is why they're probably gonna move to Montreal to play more of their home games, because in Montreal, Canada wants another team besides the Blue Jays. So if people in Montreal get to see the Rays play half of their home games, then without a doubt the Rays fan base would grow. And frankly, that's what this team deserves, because, like I said, they put a competitive product out on the field every year with like a $60 million payroll, which I find crazy that they managed to do that every year and not really fall off. Let's talk about the schedule changes for 2023. So, there's 52 division games this year, which is the lowest in several years. I don't think it's ever been this low, actually. So divisional play won't really be much of a fact. I mean, it still will, but not nearly as big a factor as in previous years. 64 games will be played against the other divisions in the league. So with the AL East, 64 games will be played against the AL Central and AL West. And the other 48 games will be played against interleague teams. So like the Yankees will play the Rockies, the Brewers, the Phillies, those kinds of teams 48 times out of 162. I like it because it shows more representation. I was watching MLB Network last night in my room, and they had this guy Jason Stark on to break down the schedules of every team, and he said the Phillies play more games against the AL East in April than the Yankees do, which is crazy. I think the Phillies play 6 American League East games, while the Yankees only play 3. And I think the Phillies only play the National League East 3 times in April, um, which is obviously something you're not accustomed to seeing so early in the year. But he also brought up a good point about the Angels. So if young people want to see Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, they don't have to stay up and wait for them to play as much as they used to. Now that every team is going to play each other, so Ohtani and Trout can get more eyeballs since they only have one postseason appearance combined, which is crazy because you know how good the two of them are and how marketable they are. So, yeah, Trout and Ohtani will be given chances by the fans to see them play and showcase their talent. What do you guys think of the Diaz extension one and of these new schedule changes? Do you like it? Do you agree with me that it's gonna be more representative of our stars? Uh, did you think there was an important element to divisional play? Let me know what you guys think. I'm a fan of these schedule changes, but I just can't wait for the season to start, man. I'm so amped up for this season, especially since the Yankees have such high expectations, like they do every year. But I feel like this is the year that we could be the most competitive with our most hated rivals, obviously the Houston Astros. They've had our number in previous years, but with the Astros' loss of the reigning AL Cy Young winner Justin Verlander, and with our addition of Carlos Rodon, I feel like that closes the gap between us a lot. I still give the Astros the edge, the slightest of edges, which shows how far we were in terms of being competitive with them. But yeah, I feel like if any year is the year to knock them off, this is the year. So I'm very excited to see what this season brings. Alright, guys. If more news comes out, whether it be trade news, free agent signings, extensions, I'll be your guy to put out that content for you. Alright, till next time, peace out.